anything that it kind of expresses a very much part of yourself.
I guess so.
So like I would understand that, but when ideas and theories and sort of kind of like movements of kind of go, say for example in America, like you've got those people who wear the MAGA hats.
Oh yeah.
People walking around wear the MAGA hats, and like they'll walk around the MAGA hats, and people will spit on them. So like so people are being like, and don't get me wrong, and like I'm not saying that some of those people
shouldn't be spat on.
I don't know them. But the thing is, you don't know who they are. Exactly. You don't know who they are personally. Yeah. And the fact is, like you are reading
off their idea.
off this symbol. Of this symbol, you are putting a group, your assumption of a group onto an individual.
But yeah, okay, I guess, yeah.
And I'm saying, like, you have no idea who that person is, but yet you will attach your ideas of a group onto that person.
Yeah, but
and you're assuming that person might wear that hat and might be part of the all right or something like that, and feel like you physically have to attack them.
Yeah.
So
that's the kind of point I was trying to make with the.
Where's the sort of kind of like, where's the acknowledgement of the person is sacred? Do you know what I mean? Like, and putting an assumption of someone's ideas onto makes the ideas maketh the man. It's like, well, no, like it's the actions.
I guess so, but then their action was to put on the hat.
So it's a hat, though.
But it's what it represents. The hat.
What does it represent?
Make America great again. But I guess no one needs to be spat on to be Make America Great Again. But it's more of Donald Trump's ideology that he's spouted out, and what that represents is building a wall and all that. So anyone who supports that idea is kind of, I guess everyone is welcome to have their own ideas and have their own opinions and think whatever they think, but like, unfortunately, if you say something that's going to disagree with, or you wear something that symbolizes, it's like if a white guy was walking around with a hat that said nigger on the front, you know.
Do you think it's like that?
Yeah, it's the same kind of ideology. It's like, okay, you got a hat that says nigger, but why are you wearing it? You know what it means, right? Yeah, but I don't. But it's the same kind of thing to me. I guess it's not. You're not taking. I guess the idea is not connected to the man, but the man made the action to put the hat on, knowing what it meant and represented.
I would question whether or not, because if you put that hat on that said the N word, and I was walking around, like I would say, like, okay, like this is going to offend people, and this is going to offend people, and now like. I'm just picturing myself like I'll put on a hat, I'm gonna walk down Brixton, and I'm gonna see what happens.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what? Like it kind of reminds me of that episode of Family Guy where Peter goes, "I'm gonna go down to the Bronx and I'm gonna shout the N-word," and he comes back with a king, and he's like with a K, and it's like, "I am the king of the black people." And it's like like they respected me for it.
In a perfect world.
But like that's it. Like why do we have to have a fear? Like there's a fear of an expression.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, and don't get me wrong, I've been saying, like, context is everything.
Exactly.
You know, like, am I wearing this hat to offend? Am I wearing this hat because I'm a dick? Am I wearing this hat because I'm going to piss people off?
But regardless of whether you're wearing it for any of those reasons, knowing whether you know that if you put that hat on and walk down Brixton, it's going to cause offence. Yeah. Like, people are going to be uproar. Anywhere you walk around and you're wearing that hat, you know that. So why put it on in the first place if you know that? Because you don't care? Then if whatever happens to you is, unfortunately...
But like wearing a hat is not necessarily like that. With wearing a hat that says the N word isn't an ideology that's being downright kind of racist.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that kind of like showing your support for an idea, an ideology that a lot of people don't agree with isn't in the same boat as being just wearing a hat just to be racist. Because fair enough, some of the ideas and some of the things that hat in some way symbolises are challenging, and there's some, and they're quite difficult for people to sort of understand. But at the end of the day, Trump supporters of that movement have won the election in America.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to win the election in Brixton if I wear that hat.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
what it is, it's kind of it's a very separate thing.
Yeah, it's separate but somewhat similar. Just but I get what you mean. Like, it's in that respect. Just they did win, but a lot of people dislike the fact that they won. It's like,
and the people who dislike the fact that they won are getting really aggressive and angry. Yeah. And I get it. I understand. I kind of understand in many respects. But like by not wanting to sit down for a civil discussion and to convince someone that they might be disillusioned or in some cases wrong, just want to spit in their face. How is that going to move towards a world that we want to live in?
Exactly. You're better off trying to have a conversation with this person. You'll know within the first, 30 seconds whether you're going to change this person's mind. If you can't change this person's mind, then move on. Yeah. You can't change everyone's mind. Like, I mean, some people...
They're definitely not going to change their mind by spitting in their face.
Exactly. You're just going to make things so much worse.
Yeah, you're gonna make this boiling pot turn over, and it's going to become a war of ideas rather than a civil discourse. Yeah. Like, and don't get me wrong, there's been like wars over ideas for millennia, but like we live in a world where we're trying to move towards
a better world.
Not a world that kind of dissolves into carnage. You know?
That's the funniest thing. We are trying to move towards a better world, but it doesn't seem like this better world is anywhere on this planet. Maybe we need to go to the moon, go to Mars.
I think
new colonies.
I think your world is the world that you inhabit.
Yeah.
So like, I'll surround myself with people who kind of I want to surround myself with and support with. I work and live a job that I really enjoy, that gives me purpose and sort of kind of like sustenance. I have my relationships that are virtuous and based on sort of real kind of like truth. But so I that's kind of the world I'll inhabit, and that's the world that I'm kind of bringing to other people's worlds, because like the world is sort of kind of, you see the world through your own eyes. So like that's how I'm trying to move forward in space, by seeing people as people, and not through like and just people who have had experiences that might be different to my own. And what that is that's a kind of,
it's like an openness.
It's an openness, and it's an acknowledgement that we are all just kind of trying to get through this world the best we can, and there are no evil thoughts, there are only kind of evil actions. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
a tough one.
It's a tough one, but I don't know. It's kind of, I'd like. I think by kind of getting into a shouting match and getting into trying to shout the loudest in order to win is.
It's a losing battle.
It's a losing battle.
Speaking of losing battles, Kevin Spacey. Oh, you're not connected internet. Oh, thanks. Let's find that problem.
We are in the middle of the countryside, man.
Oh, yeah. The hotspot is gone, you see. Maybe. Oh no, it's back there. Fantastic. Right. Back there. And refresh, buddy. Right, so Kevin Spacey, his latest film has just come out. It's called Billionaire Boys Club. and it made just £98 on opening day.
I wonder how much money they spent on it. I want to know, how much have they lost?
So the article has put it into sense for us. It came out, it was shown in 10 cinemas across the country, which means that every cinema earned an average of £9.90 at each location.
So that must be just one ticket.
Yeah, that's not even 2 tickets.
That's like that's one ticket per cinema.
One ticket per cinema.
That's for about $9. That's about right for a cinema ticket.
Just about £100. That's what they pulled in for the opening day. I mean, it was first released on DVD and Amazon Prime, but then it came out at cinema. Don't know why.
It must have done really well on Amazon.
But apparently it's based on a true story, but, you know, like as with the funny things... Okay, it's based on a true story about a group of rich young men in Los Angeles in the early 1980s who start a club of films named to run a Ponzi scheme. Spacey played a Beverly Hills high roller, Ron Levin, which is not a starring role. Oh, peak.
So their big name, Kevin Spacey, didn't get a main role.
It's not even got the starring role.
Not even got the starring role. He must be getting on a bit.
Well, it's not only that. It's because of the sexual allegation cases that's come out about him.
About him?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't actually know there were any allegations.
Yeah, it says last year that he was accused of It says last year he was accused of sexually assaulting dozens of young men in the US and the UK since the 1980s. Wow.
Dozens.
And then he's playing a character in a film from the 1980s who started a started a club of films to run a Ponzi scheme. He doesn't even play a starring role. He's a supporting actor.
Well, you don't really want to be in the public light. Yeah. If you've got that on you,
yeah, it's true.
The last thing you want is to kind of, well, I don't know. It's questionable, really, isn't it? Because kind of like if there's nothing wrong, then you'd kind of just carry on as normal. I don't know. It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's complicated, but
I mean, he denied being gay for a long time.
These like historical cases they're tricky. Yeah, like they're really tricky. And I mean, like if you got dozens of cases, and like I mean, I'm not trying to say that they're probably not all true, but I'm also not saying that they're probably not all.
Yeah, they must have come from somewhere. I don't know.
There's no smoke without fire,
exactly.
But like you kind of find like with a lot of these things, I suppose that there might be a few that have that might be true and might not be, but how tricky is that? Like it kind of all started with that whole the digging up the history of people's past
and people coming forward all these years, and it's a great thing, you know. Speaking of the people power, this is a great piece of news I saw. Pedestrians wrestle a knife from a teenager after stabbing a man in the street.
From teenagers?
Yeah, there's a brave group of pedestrians were filmed grabbing a knife from a teenager after a man was allegedly stabbed in the street in broad daylight.
Was this in the UK?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was on Green Street in East London. Around 12:50 p.m. yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a video as well. Video.
Oh, so it's right in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that blade. Crikey.
Yo, man's got a fucking shank, cuz. Oh my days. Look at that. Look what he's holding.